Welcome to the spring semester of EHC-TV. I'm Omar Massenberg. I'm a freshman from Natural Bridge, Virginia. I'm currently majoring in education and I'm a rugby team member. And I will be doing your news feature interviews this semester. Today, I'll be interviewing Emory and Henry's own Professor Brent Treash. Today, we will be discussing EHC-TV and the obstacles you underwent so it could become what it is today. Thank you. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me, Omar. I appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. So can you tell me a little bit about what you used to do before you came to Emory and Henry?
Yeah, so I started out working for the college in the athletic department for the previous 3 years. I was working as the director of athletic communications. And previous to that, I worked in our marketing communications office for the entire college, where I did media relations and work with videography and so forth. And this kind of built on my early career where I was working at WCYB television doing journalism. So I've done a lot of different skills that I'm excited to actually bring to the classroom and here to EHC-TV.
So what roles did you play when you were at these various other things? What was your primary role?
So I would probably say it comes down to two main jobs that I always would do. One would be videography. I mean, that's my background. That's the thing I was trained as an undergrad, is that I would work with video from both in front of the camera and behind the camera. And then I think with my time in the media, we also leveraged those skills when I came to Emory and Henry to be a kind of director of media relations. So I would help the college get publicity. I would help us gain more media coverage and just work and build our name and brand.
Okay. Is that kind of what inspired you to create EHC-TV?
Yeah, EHC-TV has existed for a few years before me. It did not exist when I was an undergrad student, but it's something that came to light after that, a few years, I think about 5 or 6 years after I left college. And I was excited to become part of it. I was actually part of it as a staff member, helping out Treash Keller at one time when she was still fully employed here. And then eventually it became a thing that was run by various different people. And when I became a full-time faculty member, I knew that there was an opportunity for me to step in and really share all the things that I learned when I worked in television. Because one of the things I prided myself for when I worked for a regional television station was I wanted to know every job there was. And so that helps me because I can help every student, whether you're running a camera, whether you're running audio, whether you're running prompter, you're our director. All of those different positions are extremely important, and be able to get students in here and get this experience, because when I look around this studio, what I see is a professional workspace that very much mimics what I worked with for over a decade.
Okay. So when thinking about what has happened to EHC-TV while you've been here, what was the biggest obstacle coming back after experiencing COVID?
I think it was just the fact that everybody that had experience was also heading towards graduation. And so we came back and we really didn't have all the people that had gained experience prior to our time where we had to leave the college and eventually work a little bit remotely and so forth. And even coming back, you know, how do you deliver this with new people, with new policies, and trying to respect everything that's going on? And so we had to kind of invent ourselves. And not only that, but we did all of that while moving our studio space. We were previously up in Miller Hall, which is where the observatory is and a lot of our science classes. And we wanted to move it down here into Byers Hall, where we have all of our mass communications labs. It just made sense to be here. We had a nice space that would work for this. So we had to build this beautiful set that you see behind us. So getting that set built, getting everything kind of in place, it's been up and down, but I finally feel like we have our legs underneath us.
So has the plans been going all the well to rebuilding EHC-TV?
Yeah, I think it has been. And I think the next phase is sort of allowing the students, allowing you all to help kind of identify what the next version of EHC-TV is. Because this thing is not meant to be stuck in one place. It's meant to continuing to evolve, to serve our audience, to serve the students of Emory and Henry, the Emory and Henry community, but also to make it something that you all enjoy doing. There are going to be fundamental pieces just like the one we're doing right now, but I am wide open to the craziest ideas of things that students might want to do. So we're going to be seeing new intros. We may eventually be seeing new segments. I think right now, this semester, it's going to be about the fundamentals, but I think in the next few years, you still got a few years here, I think what we see as EHC-TV from today till the day you walk across that graduation stage, there's going to be a lot of growth in that time.
So much looking forward to EHC-TV. Thank you, Brent Treash, for describing what will happen to EHC-TV. Well, that was Brent Treash talking about EHC-TV, and lovely to have him. This has been your EHC-TV Sports interview. My name is Omar Massenberg, and I'll see you next week.